Wait a minute. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, happy Thursday. I had to think about the day for a minute. Happy Thursday, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. Well, good to see everybody this morning. Smiling faces. Myra, I was talking about you before you got on, so I hope your ears wasn't burning too bad. It was actually a pretty good talk. So Myra sends me this yesterday, and I have to give help because Andrea Rosser really helped me with this today. Okay, because we talked back and forth about this, but she gave me the word deposits. And Vince, I immediately went to my bank account and said, what's going on? Did she make a deposit? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So deposits. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong, right? Right? You got to have fun. But so I was on the phone with, yesterday was one of the busiest days of my life, I think. It was just incredible. And so I was on the phone kind of getting briefed with Andrea about the next thing we were doing, the next call that we were on. And we started talking about deposits. And she started telling me some things, and I started making notes. And really, if you think about our life, we are either making deposits or withdrawals to everyone we come in contact with. I want you to think about the power of that. I'm 45 years old. And whether I know it or not, for 45 years, I have been making deposits and unfortunately withdrawals in people's lives that's been contacted and connected to me. Emotional deposits, relationship deposits, business deposits. Coach, I told him, I said, one of the things that I admire about you and I've watched you do in your career is you might not say it, but I think you really know it. You're a masterful networker. Like you network with people and build relationships, not for an agenda, but just for the power of the network, of the people, of the relationship. I think that's super powerful. And I guess I got two questions for you today. For you personally and for me personally, what are we adding to those around us? Like, what kind of deposits are we adding to the people around us? And really, where this hit me hard, Myra, is the people that are closest to me, the people that really know me, the people that I will like open myself up to. I think a lot of times I make a lot of withdrawals from those people. And I want this to be a challenge to myself to be more of a deposit person in their life, not let them get so close to me that I start just laying down a bunch of withdrawals in their life. Does that make sense? Am I okay? And then what value do we deposit? Like, and here's what I mean by that. I'm talking about you personally or me personally. Is it Facebook? Do we find ourselves depositing with comments? Hey, great job. Love you. Happy birthday. You look so pretty. Your skin looks amazing. Like, I don't know what it is, but is it Facebook that you do a great job with deposits? Is it phone calls? Is it handwritten notes? Deposits are so beautiful. And then I want to leave you with this and turn it to Coach. How can I make positive deposits to people around me? Number one, I can understand the individual. Sometimes I'm quick to react to a person, whether I seek to understand before making a judgment. Number two, attend to the little things, which are the big things in relationships. My mentor his name is Butch Toner, that was a football coach in Alabama that I really spent a lot of time with. Butch is in his 80s now, and he always told me, tell those kids, son, you love them. Tell them every day. When they get off that school bus, son, give them a hug. Don't listen to the media and don't listen to the State Department that you can't hug those kids. You give them a hug and tell them you love them. And when I got in business, he called me one day and he said, let me tell you what to do with adults. Tell them you love them, son. Give them a hug. They know different than a kid. The little things which make the big difference, the big things in a relationship. Keep your commitments. If you say you're going to do it, do it. Clarify your expectations. Let people know what you expect. They'll appreciate that. Show personal integrity. And then the last one that's probably the hardest is apologize sincerely when I make a withdrawal. It's tough sometimes to apologize sincerely when you know you screwed up or you know you made a withdrawal, but it's okay. That'll make a positive deposit back into that person's life. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it to you. Thanks for the time.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It was great. Great stuff, Coach Palmer. You always bring it. And y'all, I don't know. I sent that word to him, and then I just went nuts. I got all kinds of notes. But I promise you, I'm not going to talk a long time. But these things are just things that, again, I say, when it steps up on my own toes, I think I've picked a pretty good word. So hopefully that we can all learn something. How can we create our balance to have better relationships? How can we create this? What type of deposits am I going to make today? Hopefully not any withdrawals in emotional bank accounts. How can we become emotionally, I'm just saying these things to you, how can we all become emotionally wealthy together and have great relationships? Well, I'm not really sure. I've heard this before. I think I may have heard it from Tracy Black, but this was something that I kept seeing a lot. And I think Coach Palmer says this a lot. Let's grow together. So let's win together. Here are a few simple ways that I'm going to share with you that I'm going to end on the good. I'm going to kind of start with the bad examples because we all do this. Here's some just real quick examples of how we're making withdrawals. And, let's think about these and let this absorb. How many of us, and you don't have to raise your hand, how many times have we been in conversations with people that were really dear friends, or maybe just an acquaintance? Maybe it's somebody we've sat down with for just one or two times. And the whole time we're having the conversation, instead of us looking at one another in the eye, I'm sitting here checking my phone constantly. That's a terrible way. That is a horrible way. That's how we make withdrawals. That basically is saying, I don't give two hoots about you because I'm waiting on this important call from somebody, or we're just addicted to this phone. I've been guilty of that. I've got to where now I try to lay that thing over. This is another example of how we make withdrawals. Nagging. Just nag, 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 nag. Whether it's our kids, whether it's our brothers, sisters, husband, wife, whatever it is, that nagging. This is a way we're taking away. Being sarcastic. Just can't do that. Interrupting others when they are talking. I've been in conversations before, and it's exciting and good conversation, but I'm so excited that I almost want to jump out there and interrupt them because I got something else I want to say. That's how we're withdrawing. We don't need to do that. Criticizing others. We got to quit that. Okay. Now, how do we make deposits? Coach told us a lot of fabulous ways. I'm gonna give you just a few more. I'm gonna give you a simple one. Simply say hello. Hello. You know, sometimes we are so caught up in our own thinking and our drama that we really become complacent in how we greet one another. I mean, think about that. Reach back out to an old friend today just to say, hello, how are you? It's the best way to build up our emotional bank account. And it's simple. Another way, always seek first to understand. Every single one of us are in need or hurting in some way. We all have needs. There are times in our lives where we're hurting. Taking 5 minutes out of our day to understand an individual that could be hurting is so critical. That's 5 minutes. Simple opportunity to invest. It helps build trust, and it will continue, or the continuing trust and relationship that we already have. So basically what I'm saying is take the time to listen. Express empathy. Empathy is huge. You know, listening is just part of it. That's just part of it. The next step could be something like, you know, we're guilty of, I'm guilty of this. I listen. I think I'm a pretty good listener. But if we really want to make a deposit, we need to ask that person we're talking to. So what you're saying is this is how you're feeling. Or it sounds like you feel this way. Am I correct in this assumption? 3 things: empathize, summarize, and don't criticize. Serve others first is the next one. That's simple. How do we serve others? Make them dinner. Give them some surprise gift. Doesn't have to be anything. You can go paint a rock with some kind of message on it and give it to them. Those kind of things mean more to me than you can even imagine, because somebody took time out to create that. It doesn't have to be complicated. Here's the key to that. If you're serving others, there's 2 things has to be involved in that. It has to be genuine and it has to be intentional. You know, we have to kind of own our own emotional withdrawals. Okay, Coach talked on this a little bit. If I tell Coach, I say, hey, Brent, I'm gonna be there at 5 o'clock to pick you up, I'll be there. Well, if I don't get there till 6 o'clock, I have now made a withdrawal out of that person's emotional bank account. And that's not good. It's real simple. This is what we do. Apologize when it's needed and take responsibility when warranted. You know, it's so many things that we do every single day. And like Coach said, we withdraw when we make deposits. But now, you know, I want to end with, and I'm sure Coach Palmer saw this all and when he was putting this together, Stephen Covey. I know everybody's heard of him. And if you haven't, he's a tremendous author. And he's kind of known for this emotional bank deposit philosophy. But I'm going to give you 2 quotes from him to leave you with. Is be a light, not a judge. Be a model, not a choice. Be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. And lastly, which I think this is powerful, if I make deposits into an emotional bank account with you through courtesy, kindness, honesty, and keeping my commitments to you, I build up a reserve. Your trust towards me becomes higher, and I can call upon that trust many times when I need to. And isn't that what it's supposed to be like? Yes, we mess up sometime and we make withdrawals. But you know what's so great is we have an opportunity to make another deposit. So I hope that everybody has a great day. I hope that everybody will invest in making deposits today. Pick up the phone, call that old friend. Have a great day. Love y'all. And I hope that you just keep on keeping on.
Coach, thank you so much for that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm going to make some good deposits today. And Andrea Rosser, thanks for helping me today with that. And you're going to see more of Andrea over the next couple of days. So thank you so much for all you do for all of us. Have a great Thursday. Love each and every one of you. Grateful for you. See you.
And I think I saw my sweet friend Cheryl back on this morning. Yes, there you